It was just about 6 months ago, Nelson Mandela marked his 95th birthday in his hometown in South Africa. The mood was mixed as more people spent time praying for him and sending their good wishes. It seemed years ago that Madiba had been aware his life would end one day, and he showed he would be ready when it did. Back in 1994, he said that death is something inevitable. When a man has done what he considers to be his duty to his people and his country, he can rest in peace. I believe I have made that effort, and that is therefore why I will sleep for eternity. That's the end of the quote. Our next report chronicles the life of Madiba.
I have fought very firmly against white domination. I have fought very firmly against black domination. I cherish the idea of a new South Africa where all South Africans are equal.
Nelson Mandela was born on July the 18th, 1918. He served as president of South Africa from 1994 to 1999 and was the first South African president to be elected in a fully representative democratic election. Before his presidency, Mandela was an anti-apartheid activist and the leader of Umkhonto weSizwe, the armed wing of the African National Congress.
We commit ourselves to the construction of a complete, just and lasting peace. We understand it still that there is no easy road to freedom. We know it well that none of us acting alone can achieve success. We must therefore act together as a united people for national reconciliation, for nation building, for the birth of a new world. Let there be justice for all. Let there be peace for all. The sun shall never set on so glorious a human achievement. Let freedom reign.
In 1962, he was arrested and convicted of sabotage and other charges and sentenced to life in prison. Mandela served 27 years in prison, spending many of these years on Robben Island. Following his release from prison on February the 11th, 1990, Mandela led his party in the negotiations that led to multiracial democracy in 1994. As president, he frequently gave priority to reconciliation while introducing policies aimed at combating poverty and inequality in South Africa.
When by ending the system of white minority domination, humanity will have ensured that never again shall be scared of racial tyranny, raise its ugly head.
In South Africa, Mandela was often known as Madiba, his Xhosa clan name, or as Tata, meaning father. Mandela in his lifetime received more than 250 awards over 4 decades, including the 1993 Nobel Peace Prize.
It will forever remain an accusation and a challenge to all men and women of conscience that it took as long as it has before all of us stood up to say enough is enough.
Nelson Mandela belonged to a cadet branch of the Tembu dynasty, which reigns in the Transkei region of South Africa's Eastern Cape Province. He was the first member of his family to attend a school where his teacher, Miss Undigani, gave him the English name Nelson. His given name, Rohilala, means to pull a branch of a tree, or more literally, troublemaker. And indeed, he gave the apartheid regime a lot of trouble. The great Madiba will be surely missed on the African continent and indeed throughout the world. There is no doubt that the great Madiba will be sorely missed on the African continent and indeed the whole world.
We have at last achieved our political emancipation. We pledge ourselves to liberate all our people from the continuing bondage of poverty, deprivation, suffering, gender, and other discrimination.